I get a lot of questions from students about routines and warm-ups and things like that, getting started for the day and what I do at the start of every day to get myself going. I tend to start off, doing a lot of stretching, in my face. I make sure my shoulders and arms are all, loose and, help me prevent injuries and things like that. Buzzing in the shower, no formed embouchure or anything like that. Just really nice, relaxed buzzing in the shower where all the, everything's warm and wet. Just get everything moving and all your muscles going. And then when I pick up the trumpet, I start off with some really simple stuff. I do a little bit of chromatic stuff like this. So this is my first notes of the day today. Coming back from a Christmas holiday, which is so I'm a bit rough, but anyway. Just play something nice and gentle to get a little bit of a feel there. And then I do something. I got a good suggestion from a colleague about just sort of kind of stretching. When you get up in the morning, and the first thing you do is a bit of a stretch and all that sort of thing. I tend to do that on trumpet as well. So this is what I do to start off. So for me, that really helps me stretch everything out. It's like having a bit of a stretch before you go for a run or do a bit of exercise or go to the gym. As you can tell, I go to the gym. And, for me, it really helps me center that middle embouchure that we talk about. So I really concentrate on the G at the bottom of the treble stave, the second line of the treble stave. I keep that as my middle embouchure, and that's where I base everything from. So I make sure I go down and I go up in register and then come back to that and try and keep the same quality of sound. From there, so when I do my sort of first thing, I do a little bit of an idea from Davidson, the exercise studies there, and I do those through into my warm-up and routine. And then the last thing I do is kind of my getting ready for the day would be a little idea from Arturo Sandoval, which he calls Good Morning. And it's really simple. You just do arpeggios from the third space C down, and then just keep heading down through the through the valves, and just head down right down to a pedal C. So this is the idea. And so on, right down to a pedal C. And I don't really stress too much about how it sounds and things like that. I really just try and get the air flowing and a bit of coordination happening with my tongue in the air. And then over time, it doesn't take really that long before everything starts to come together. But especially if you've been working really hard, and with my job, I'm doing 3-hour performances of pretty full on your face from time to time. So the next morning, it's always really good to do something that's a bit of a stretch and a bit of a warm up. And I talk a lot of this has come from my colleagues that I work with and have worked with, and people I've seen in masterclasses and had lessons from. And it's just really good ideas, and they find whatever works for me, and it changes a lot over time. So hope that helps.